Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to yet another Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stream. If it wants, there we go. Perfect. Yes, welcome everyone. I hope you're having a great day, evening, day, or night, wherever you are. Sorry, I had to turn that down. It was way too loud in my ear. Yeah, welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's cozy. I'm cozy. I got my house coat on. I know it's super early in the night, but I already have my pajamas on. So, because we here on Twitch and YouTube, we get cozy when we play games, because that's the best way to play games, in my opinion. Gotta be comfy while you're playing games. And I got my beverage. So, without further ado, let's get into a quick recap. So, we are on episode 2 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. I was gonna say all will be one. Wrong game. So there was a doctor who was accused of doing some shady stuff, and he blamed the nurse for it. Said nurse then got into a car accident and sadly passed away. She rest in peace. A year and a half later, said doctor wants to contact Nurse Ghost Lady and have her sign a piece of paper that says that she did all the malpractice stuff, so that way he wouldn't be blamed for anything. That did not go as planned for him, because he went over to Karain Village, the home of our girl Maya, and she is the master, Mystic Maya. So performed the channeling ceremony. Things did not go very well. Doctor died, so, you know, sucks to be him, but it happens. And Maya is once again accused of a crime that I don't think that she fully committed. We have some shady things happening. I think last time my prediction was that at the start of last stream, my prediction was that it was the aunt. I still think that's true, but I also think that it might be our girl Eeny Meeny. I think the two of them are working together because she is the younger sister of that nurse who sadly passed away, and kind of has a bit of a grudge against the doctor. So this stream is the final trial of this episode. Might be a shorter one, we'll see. I do have some planning for stuff that for a stream that will be happening tomorrow, so stay tuned to the end of the stream to find out more information about that. But without further ado, we're just gonna hop right into this bad boy. So like I said, get cozy, grab a drink, and let's see if these ghosts are packing heat. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. My girl. Oh, Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Fawn Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot more pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning, Pearl! Yes, I was expecting your big forehead to show up today. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Can you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please? It's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Ooh! Ooh! Because I know what's happening here. Alright, my hands feel grimy, so I'm just gonna really quickly get some hand sanitizer. Sorry, gamers. My hands, they feel so sticky. Alright. Von Karma, hello. Miss Von Karma. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Would she have a German accent? I know she's not German. I mean, with a last name like Von Karma, I wouldn't be surprised if she is. But she grew up in Germany. So would she have a German accent? Because I could try. I'm not even gonna. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Mia and your testimonies are here. Help. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Shh. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Gulp. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. All right, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? What, Miss Von Karma? And how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. And you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Sipping tea in court. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey. I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in the possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Press X to doubt. Order, order, order. Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart woman, a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. I like that smug smile on your face, lady. We're gonna keep pressing. Just now you said those two. Who were those two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. I already see people in the Heartland gearing up for the riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fey? Is it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I, myself, was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? Defendant, answer the question. Witness. You must testify. Why did you chase us out of that room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that is very noble of you, Miss Fey. This is bad, how people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. It's like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fey, please continue. During our investigation, you stated you had struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question further. So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. You want to know what this unexpected thing was? There is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, yes. But you were physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ack. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However... Great strength, she hit me on the base of my skull and I picked up. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? The defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great, well, now what? Let's question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. And what do you mean by that? I mean she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. From what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, yes. That is it, but be quiet, you. Just gonna yoink. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eeny Meeny? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Eeny Meeny. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is parapsychology? Let's see. It's, I guess most people call it occult stuff? Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. And I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Eeny. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. When the channeling started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. it was, like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person who entered You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit of the... Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, meeny miny. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Meanie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. Yeah, there's no one driving the car. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was schmurdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? No, not at all. Still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. To swallow this instead. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now. Was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Hiya, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. I'll do anything for you, Mia, and your testimonies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Alright, gamers. Let's do this. Like, when the... Oh. Bonk. We're just gonna press everything. Was it because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, like, think there was sesame seeds, like, in lunch they served that day. I had this, like, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Do you know the time? Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't read that right now. Ah, no, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room? Oh, so like, that's what you meant? Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... Hmm? That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person who entered the side room. You absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Eeny Meeny? Mini. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult? But I, like, know all about the Karain channeling technique. That's strange. I thought people weren't supposed to know about the Karain channeling technique. Morgan wouldn't tell us about it. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further. We don't get penalties for questioning further. Are you really sure? So you're really sure? Wow. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? You could try using that once in a while. Mr. Wright? This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important? It is really important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm, like, totally cool with that. I wasn't, like, scared at all. And, like, her costume looked totally, like, normal? I'm sorry? So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird. Mia's talking to herself like she found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? Something terrible. What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish... See? How do I say this word? Sieve. Okay. A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain. Oh, that makes sense. Only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Got it. I get it. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? No, it's fine. I did just hear the story. It's not like my memory is that bad. Actually, the defense is fine and does not need to hear the story again. Very well. You may continue your testimony. Miss Eenie? Miss Meanie? I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Okay, I think I know where the lie is. I think I know where it is. Her costume look... Okay, I think here I present the second photo, because if the thought process is that possessed Mia pushed Morgan and ran right to Eenie Meenie, and she's saying that there's nothing strange about her costume when we know that it's covered in blood. So we're gonna yes, my brain, biggest brainess. Let's go. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie. What are you blabbing on about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. Blood spray. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Oh, she's wearing a long skirt. That's so... Her outfit is cute. I don't like the sweater and the long skirt. Cute. We love that. Order, order. Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking. Don't interrupt me. What are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, that witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. After the Schmurder Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. The side room was, kinda dark, you know? That's a lie. It was broad freaking daylight. Already calling her out on the lies. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. Girl! And I, persuaded my sister... And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood? You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied? I am not satisfied at all. Bullshit. That's what I call. Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. I'm gonna question the crap out of her. Girly Pop, you lying to me. And I thought we were cool. That's a lie. It's broad daylight. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, She was holding a gun. How did you not see the gun? Are you gonna tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. Girly Pop, you lying right to my face. And what was your sister, Miss Meanie Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Meanie's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better? I'd like to feel a lot better too. Mr. Phoenix, right? The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? Can I ask you one more thing, Miss Meanie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean? When? When you... Because Pearl broke the vase during that time. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. You always press harder, chat. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. Liar. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd in the... It's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Meanie, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I think this is where I get to catch her. Hold on. Really quickly. Yep. Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember. Like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, this judge believes the testimony. If you don't find something sort of hitch in her statement, you'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen. We can't give up. I think I know what the thing is. Okay. I think it is... I think it's this one. And then I think I use the... And then I think I use this because broken by Pearl right before the schmurder, under repair in the hallway. I finally found the fault, or I guess, in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, like, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn. Did I? You did not. It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could not have seen this person. Profiles. Where's my girl Pearl? Here she is. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes? How is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh. Oh! Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. No! And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Wow! She looked like a ghost. I don't know if I'd pull. That's just like suffocating myself. Miss Meanie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I mean, her eyes are always closed. Grr. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meanie. You are a masterful liar. No! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. Check yourself. So, Miss Meanie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. Don't you object me. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. That's BS. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Is it in evidence? I think it's in her testimony. I think it's her, because I don't have, it's in the evidence. Testimony? Earlier in your testimony, Miss Meanie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Oh, wow. That was... So? What, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Meanie, you did, in fact, go into the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Gah! I love that she looks like a ghost when she does that. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meanie, please answer the question. Get out of here. Don't you... I'm fired up, guys. Don't ask a question off of baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? Phew. Might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the schmurder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Let's hear your answer. She was in the channeling chamber. There's only one... She was here. Meanie was here, of course. But that's... the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Meanie was at the scene of the crime. And I know how. Oh, I almost spilt that all over myself. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber. Were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? You were hiding behind here. You were hiding back here. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen. Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk. Yo, she turns that thing into Swiss cheese. Yo. Oh, she does have the same now that they're open. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. Now, Miss Meanie. So, one so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. It's like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. Ooh. The witness was hiding with the help of this. Miss Meanie, how are you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Thought I disproved it when you were when she was hiding from me in it. That clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the schmurder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? I can, with some evidence. And now I present this piece of evidence that will prove. This clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the schmurder took place. That. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. Oh, this? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole, about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where could we have heard that before? The folding screen? It had a hole at the same height. That's right! I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went straight through the screen and then into the box. Or did it come out of the box? Miss Meanie, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Wah! I really do like her fit. It is super cute. Order. So, what you were saying? Then, Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Meenie? That's exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Yes, Phoenix, let's go. Miss Eeny Meeny, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the scene of the crime, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do it all by them. I feel like both of these answers could work, because you could be like, correct. It's not possible for someone to do this all by herself. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. But wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Huff, huff. I'm not gonna huff on camera. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice, and I know who that accomplice was. This bitch. Grr, this person? If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Fey? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Meanie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? She gonna crash out? Give me the crash out. Give it to me. Oh, oh, oh. I'm not screaming into the camera. I think this is what really happened. The Schmurderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The Schmurderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Then she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang! Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. That is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The Schmurderer took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang! Point blank right between the eyes. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Girly Pop, what were you doing on the other side? Miss Meanie, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Click. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there is any more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this schmurder. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this. Ack! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, but are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Shh. Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one critical area. And that is? The witness is the real schmurderer. Why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, I know the reason! Let me type it in! I know the reason! Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Yes, you do. He killed your sister! A motive. That's... Can't say she has no motive here. Have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Two women's crashing. The driver had fallen asleep behind the wheel. I think I use this. Let's try this. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes! Why else would you kill him? Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing, that was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Meanie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to... There is! Your Honor, there is! Please! You don't have any truth behind the decisive pieces of evidence. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. I don't even know how to pronounce that. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. Hehe. See, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss... No! Did I lose? Who's holding it? Your Honor, please, allow the defense one more minute. All right. Can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Hiya. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a schmurder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Don't look at me like that. Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Bunk. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please? If you want to say that you can prove Miss Eenie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim this way? Can you prove the reason? Can I really do this? Yes, I can! Not totally confident here, but I know I must press on, no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. Your Honor, I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meanie had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Avant Karma only cares about a perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Sorry, folks, my ears are itchy. I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way! Very well. Court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec here. Alright, gamers. This is it. This is it. Yes. I didn't lose a single health that round. Let's go. Alright, we're just gonna hop. Oh, we're just gonna hop right back into it. Let's finish this trial, gamers. So, how am I gonna prove that she did? Because, like, I know that she had a motive. Because I know the truth, chat. But I don't know if I have the evidence to prove it. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eenie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, hi. Ack, Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick has nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Oh my god. Looking down on me, even though we're the same age? Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Oh. Lady, get your gloved fingers out of my face. Aight. We back. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Phoenix Wright? Yep, that's me. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. No, I fucking can. Eenie Meenie and Dr. Gray have one point of connection. That is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Sorry, chat, I went down the road too. Alright. That was... Alright, I got it. I think I'm okay. Huh? I thought, like, you wanted, like, to ask about my, like, motive. I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past. Miss Meanie, if you please. Okay, okay. Like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Good. Alright. That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad had happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, there was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard enough of this incident. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. What? There were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove. Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Meanie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Sorry, chat. Dear goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, it's just like stuck in the, like, right here. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was, like, May 2nd. And, like, our accident was, like, on the 24th. Yeah. Which is not wrong. Oh. But those dates are right. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was, like, totally tired, so that's why. Duh. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Hold on, chat. Sorry, chat. I'm just choking to death. Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. That was the fault of your sister? Was that the fault of your sister, Minnie Miney? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sister. That incident has nothing to do with our schmurder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Minnie Miney's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Minnie Miney is the only one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what do you... Hey, we got a bot in the chat. Welcome. Welcome. Y'all want cheap viewers? Don't go to this website, guys. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, switch drivers. Your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. but, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. That's a lie! This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meanie. Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I was, like, totally pooped, so I, like, fell behind to sleep the passenger's way. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, really hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I, like, woke up because of a jolt and was like, a sea of flames. A sea of flames! And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. Car was, like, totally black, and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it. Well, I already know. I don't even need to press that one. Miss Meanie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Meanie? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. That's a lie, because that's the... No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he was No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year. That's a half a year lapse in time. No, wasn't she in the hospital for a year and a half? What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Meanie did not have a driver's license. Was it? Huh. I think that's a lie, but I don't have any evidence that proves otherwise. Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would've, like, let me drive. Yow! Don't stand there and humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip, and the pain, and the ow! Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Meanie, if you please? Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She like had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She like would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat in that night too. I see. Bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. Not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Okay, well, let's press and see what we get. So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things? I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big-name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Oh, this lawyer never had a permit. What? Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? What she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. Okay, so why bother taking the car out of the garage? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Who dis? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something more significant, alright? Miss Meanie, what kind of car was it? Let's see. Was a new car? Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special model. She waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars. I have a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor? Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. Part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Meanie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sis's new car was like a totally special model from England. I yelled, "Hold it," pretty forcefully, but hold on. I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yes. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? You, what do you know? Oh, she's going on a rant. I cannot read that fast. Forgive me. Personality really changes at the drop of a hat. Yeah, her hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah, I, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. Something very big here. It's gonna be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. We have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There is a path. I know it. He almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Ooh. Okay, two women's car crashed into the highway. Center divide. One woman was not able to escape. Died on sight. Sleep behind the wheel. Dropped off. Open the right. Oh! Wait a minute. It was a... I think I found the contradiction because, so driving on the right side of the road means that the steering wheel is on the right side of the car. And here, she says, but I opened the right door and got out. So if she was in the passenger seat, she should have opened the left door. Because my steering wheel is on the left. Okay. I think that's what I use. I just have to find the line. It's totally a big fan of cars and really valued them. My sister's car was a special model from England. She would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So that's when I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. Because that's really the only thing I have. I think it's this side. I think it's this. So, I think... Yes! We did it, chat! Let's go. Miss Meanie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and, got out. I can just imagine Phoenix doing his best voice to imitate her. That's hilarious. That's correct, isn't it? Why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, left or right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's is on the left side. That would be it if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them are riding in a British car. Passenger side's on the left. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Meanie, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Oh! His face. Order! Order in the court! Order! 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 Ah. Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbling nonsense again. Your Honor, I call cap. Eni said the person who was driving was her older sister, Minnie Miney. That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix. It looks like you finally found the real root of this schmurder. If we connect all the dots, there can be only one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni, or Meanie, who do you think was really driving the car that night? And the answer is Eenie Meanie, of course. Why would you say that? Miss Eenie Meanie just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Yow! I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Eenie Meenie had not yet received her driver's license. That is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license. Meenie Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you said the witness, Miss Eenie Meenie, was the one on the driver's seat, which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? Oh my gosh. Did she? Oh my gosh, this makes sense. It all makes sense now. I understand. What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The witness's name. The witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. The witness's real name is... Meenie Miney. That is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is what the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Meenie Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that is not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Eenie Meenie. Eenie Meenie, Miney Mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If she hollers, if she hollers, let her go. Isn't that right, Miss Meenie Miney? Grr. Damn. The car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Meenie. Her sister, Meenie, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Meenie Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see now why Meenie had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? Ah! What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Meenie Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Meenie Miney was still, in fact, alive! Turn that hat into Swiss cheese, why don't you? And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So, this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Von Karma, why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Meenie Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. Yo, I was totally wrong. And I was so close to finally ditching Meenie, too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? She's like, and I also hate fucking red hair dye. I think I understand why. Eenie Meenie wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Eenie Meenie. That's right, the person standing before us today. A few weeks after this mishap, Eenie Meenie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in an accident, incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. Wow, Phoenix. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. Only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Eenie had been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all! I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as... Why did Miss Meenie choose to go with such a complicated plan? Why did Miss Morgan agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma. Going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcasted It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Yeah! Oh! Ah! She's just whipping everyone. Yo, lady, chill. Yo, she gonna make me rude. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham. Yo, can she be held in contempt? Now then. Looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. We did it, chat! We saved Maya. Fuck. That is all. This court is adjourned. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? It's good to see you, Maya. Oh, wrong person. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. Really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. Familiar scent? It was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. I have a question. Is her booty just hanging out? 'Cause, like, she even said that, like, Pearl's clothes were a little small, so, like... There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Meenie hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Eenie Meenie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Mata would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a schmurder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail. Huh. Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Burger time, baby. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Minnie Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Minnie with her plan was... Profile? Is this it? Hurley? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Karain village. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls. Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Hello, Sharona. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? We saved Maya yet again. I don't know how much of this case you remember, but just got off a 9.5-hour shift and had to. Oh dear. Well, Sharona, get comfy, get cozy, grab a drink, grab a snack, and just kind of hang out. Save me. I am so sorry. I don't wish a 9.5-hour shift on anybody. I have worked stupid long hours before at physically demanding jobs, and it sucks. I bet your dogs are barking, so kick up those dogs, get cozy, get a snack, get some drinks, and just hang out and chill out. Relax. I got you. Yeah, heck yeah! Send the love. I hope you have a good evening, and I hope you get some good rest. Get a good nap. Go to bed. If you're tired, go to bed. Have a snack, have something to eat, take a shower. Nice warm shower if you're able to, or a bath. Soak them dogs. And relax. Take care of yourself. I think that she was saying, I thought so. She stopped blinking halfway through. They sure are, lol. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suited to be the master of Karain, child. I sacrificed it all for you. I did very much enjoy this case. Honestly, in the last stream and even at the beginning of this one, I had reset my prediction of I knew the motive behind everything, but the fact that Eeny Meeny wasn't Eeny Meeny, but in fact Minnie Miney, Meeny Miney, yeah, that threw me off. I did not anticipate that at all. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her schmurder. Cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. Oh God. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. Chance will present itself. Your time will come. Yay! We did it! Sorry, Sharoni, you came right at the very end, but that's okay. Turnabout Big Top. Brand new episode. Yeah, I was not... I was not expecting that twist whatsoever. But yeah, no, that was actually a really fun trial. And hey, I'm gonna say it. I I guessed like that final trial, I got everything right on the first try. Let's go. I feel like because I kind of already had an idea of like what was going on, it kind of let me figure out what pieces of evidence I needed to use. Um but yeah, that was a pretty easy trial. I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised that I didn't do much. Yeah, heck yeah. Relax, take your time. We're still gonna be here for a little bit because I have some fun news to say. Yeah, let's go. Um, but yeah, so that was a really fun trial. I really I really like I like the how I was like, all right, you know, at the before the final trial, I kind of gave like my prediction of like what was going on. Maybe it's just that trial specifically that I was able to do that with because of the nature of the trial. You know, branch family, main family, branch family wants power. Like I've kind of read books of similar um flow. So I kind of like once the pieces started falling together, I was like, okay, but the mini twist, I did not expect that at all. That threw me off. That I was just like, huh? Um, but yeah, this game series is actually a lot of fun. At times, it is hard because my brain works a little too well sometimes at this game, and it's just like, oh, this should be the answer, and it's totally not the answer because I gotta think inside the box. I think too much outside the box, but that's okay. Um, but yeah, so I feel like we're making really good progress on the second game. So much so that everyone hold on to your socks. I am not wearing any, so I cannot hold on to them. Tomorrow we're actually gonna start a new stream series. Um, I a little background. I love the Pokemon games. The recent ones, maybe not as much, but the older like DS games, 10 out of 10. So I've been thinking, and this is where CJ, who you met at the very first stream for Justice for All, is going to join me. So tomorrow, stay tuned, chat, if everyone's around. Tomorrow, probably around the same time that I usually start streaming. So anywhere between like 6:30, 7:30. I haven't figured out a specific time, but tomorrow sometimes it's hard because it's too obtuse or because it makes you provide. Yeah, yeah. That's a very good point, Sharona. Yeah, sometimes this game is just like you're either on the nose or you gotta be like 15 yards away from the box kind of thing. But yeah, so going back to my special announcement, so tomorrow myself and CJ, my lovely partner, we are going to be starting a Pokemon Black and White 2 because we both agree that that is the one of the better Pokemon games in the series. And a lot of people feel like that. But tomorrow we will be starting a Pokemon Black and White 2 Soul Link Nuzlocke randomizer. I've never done that before. I've never done a randomizer, a Nuzlocke, or a Soul Link. So that's going to be really exciting. You know, just something a little bit different. So that way, if like I want to take a little bit of a break from Ace Attorney, like within the week, that will happen. I'm thinking that that's probably what I'm going to stream on Fridays. And then Mondays, Wednesday/Thursdays will be Ace Attorney. Yo, that's sick. I know. I'm so excited. So that's why we're going to end stream a little bit early today because I need to prep and get everything ready for that. You know, we're gonna, yeah, I honestly love watching those two, Sharona. So that's kind of why I'm like, you know what? I've been really good about streaming. Although a couple weeks ago I didn't because life got busy and I worked way too many days in a row and then got sick from exhaustion. So don't do that, Sharona. Don't do that. Make sure you take a nap, a break, a snack, water. Make sure you drink water. And yeah, so hopefully starting tomorrow on Fridays, we will be doing a Pokemon Black and White 2 Soul Link Nuzlocke randomizer. And I'm gonna try to make it super fancy. You're gonna see my screen, you're gonna see CJ's screen, and I'm gonna try to do like each of our teams. So that's why I'm gonna be ending stream a little bit early tonight because I do need to prep for that for tomorrow because unfortunately I'm at work tomorrow in the day. So yes. Ooh, what kind of tea are we drinking? I like peppermint tea before I go to bed. Helps everything calm down, digestion from all the good food I ate throughout the day. Um Actually, I don't even have tea, and I'll have tea in a little bit. I gotta go to bed early tonight because I gotta go to work early in the morning. But yeah. So hopefully, everyone will stick around for. Also, offers a little bit of variety because yeah, not a problem at all, Sharona. Even if you literally just put me on in the background, feel free. Or you can always rewatch these streams on YouTube. I'm very, very, very slowly is the key word here, compiling all of the streams from the first game. I have regular tea with milk, classic British tea. Nice, nice. Enjoy your tea. You deserve that tea after your long day of work. Um, but yeah, so slowly yet surely, I'm gonna hopefully I can get some work done of it over the weekend. But yeah, I am compiling the first game into like a mega compilation that I will then re-upload on my YouTube. Funniest moments, captions, stuff like that. So I hope I hope it's good because I don't think I'm funny, but other people think that I'm funny. So I just have to watch through all like 10 hours of content or something like that, and I'm gonna try to pick the funniest moments. So I'm gonna try to do that with the Ace Attorney series, with any series that I stream like from start to finish. I'm going to try to do like a big mega, it'll probably be like a lengthy video, so good to put on if you're cleaning, doing something else, and you just need background noise. I am a-okay with being background noise because I do it all the time when I'm trying to do other things, like when I'm doing art for my game and stuff like that. I have other people's videos on in the background. So that's what we're gonna try to do. So yeah, I hope everyone sticks around for that, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. The randomizer part will be, yeah. It sounds like a lot of work, but it will be worth it, I think. I hope so. And hey, even if it's not, I gotta do it. I gotta put my head to the grindstone and do it, because if I don't do it now, I'm not gonna do it later. And that way too, if you weren't able to be at all of my streams, at least you won't have to watch through all of them and watch me be a silly goose. And it'll just be like all the best moments of the stream, revelations, this, that, whatever. So yeah, a lot of exciting stuff. I am a very busy lady though, so I will do my best. Hopefully next week for me, work wise, some new exciting things are happening, and that will kind of help me figure out what my new work life schedule is. um I wish I was able to like take my entire PC with me everywhere I go, but unfortunately, that's not how that works. So I'm gonna try to figure out how I can remote in, because then, while I'm not at my computer physically, um, I will at least be able to edit while I can, kind of thing. You get to watch when you become the silliest goose. I will be the silliest goose. I will try to be the silliest goose, but again, I don't think I'm funny, so it'll be it. I kind of have to force myself to be put in like a viewer's point. Like, would my viewers find this funny? I hope so. Let's put it in, kind of thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna end that here. Yeah, everyone keep an eye out for tomorrow where we start our Pokemon series. And then, yeah, I think it'll be fun. We'll have the Ace Attorney series going, which will be Mondays and either Wednesdays or Thursdays, um, depending on the day. Um, And then Friday nights will be Pokemon, Nuzlocke, Soul Link series. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to reflect this on my Twitch because I know you can do like the scheduling and stuff on Twitch. I don't know if I can do it on YouTube. I'm gonna look into that. We enjoy watching you for. Thank you, Sharona. You're gonna make me cry. I was literally crying. Yo, my TikTok today was making me cry. I cry too easily at things. But I appreciate you, Sharona. I hope I appreciate that you join me when you can, and you're a lovely individual. Even though we may not know each other face to face, I still appreciate you and all my viewers for joining in and chatting. Even the bots, I appreciate the bots because that means someone took the time to go through and put a bot in my chat. Or a bot put a bot in my chat. It's fine. But anyway, we're going to end that here today, folks. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. And I hope to see you guys in the next stream. I'm going to make sure I hit the right button this time.